Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Becky. We are here to do card number 3 of the Backyard Bliss Card Making Workshop from Close to My Heart. You can see everything has already been cut. We did the cutting in the very first video. So now I just have all the items I need, all the pieces I need for card number 3 laying out right here. We're going to start by stamping. We're going to go ahead and stamp these wheelbarrows. The wheelbarrow die has the same slit in it that the barrel die had for tucking the flowers in. You can see in the example in the top left hand corner of your screen, there are some flowers tucked into that wheelbarrow. Super cute, but I love this die, how it has that slit in there. The barrels had the same thing. It's really cute. That was card number 2, I believe. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and stamp the flowers as well. The reason we're doing this part first is so the ink will have time to dry before we go ahead and watercolor. So yeah, this is another one of the cards that call for watercoloring. Of course, if you're not comfortable with watercoloring like me, I still watercolored, but you can use markers, colored pencils, whatever you wish. There's not a hard and fast rule, just get that colored. And also, if you like to stamp and then cut your dies out, that's also totally acceptable as well. You don't have to cut and then stamp like I do. That's just more comfortable for me. In fact, I feel like a lot more people stamp and then cut as opposed to cut and then stamp like I do. So people think this is the hard way, and maybe it is the hard way, but hi, my name is Becky. It's usually the way I choose, right? So we're going to go ahead and finish stamping this sentiment down here. I'm looking at the directions right there. They are in the top left-hand corner of your screen. Not that you can actually read what the directions say. This last piece there, this piece right here, this green piece, this is going to be the bottom piece of the card. You see it up there? There are some stamping details on here, and we're going to just take this little stamp that it calls for and make a triangle. And then we're going to make another triangle building on to that triangle. I learned this from Close to My Heart. It's pretty cool being a maker, because you do get to learn a lot of new techniques and things. So it is very beneficial, not only for the extra, fun money aspect of it, but just the learning aspect. It's like I'm getting paid to learn stuff. It's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome. So I am going to go ahead and finish stamping these, but I am trying to make them trying to make little triangles, which gives it a random appearance. So that is what we're shooting for. It's just random. Super cute. Now we are going to do this with all 4 pieces because we are making 4 cards. If you're playing along with me, obviously, you can watch and pause, or you can just watch all the way through and do yours, or you don't have to watch at all. Just make your cards and get them sent out. Get them sent to people. Brighten someone's day, right? Okay, so here I am going to be mixing some colors. On the directions, it says, once the ink is dry, add color with watercolor paints in a water brush. It's tan, and it says mix 8 and 33. Now, if you remember on my first card, I went ahead and numbered my lids because I did not have my lid numbered previously. So I did number those, so I was able to mix 8 and 33. Sorry about that. I totally thought I muted this. Just go ahead and take care of that. Now you saw I just kind of put the main color right there on that angle, and then kind of just spread it out. Right here I am coloring the inside of the wheelbarrow, just a different color. I just went for a plain color. And then we're going to go on, after we get done with our wheelbarrows, we're going to go on to our flowers. And again, you can color the flowers however you want to color them. I pretty much went in and just made it with colors that already existed in the palette instead of actually mixing the colors. Like you see, I just pulled that green in there. I was like, ooh, that's pretty bright. Maybe I should go ahead and damp that down a little bit. You can put a little dark in there. They said on the instructions, which actually was really pretty color to mix. Their green is mixed 28 and 30. Their pink mixed 10 and 11. And then their blue, they just used number 25. So I do go ahead and color all of these. After we're done coloring those, we're going to move on to the card bases. Now you can see up in the top left-hand corner of your screen, that original card base, it does have a little swoosh of color at the top. So we are going to keep our water paints out so we can go ahead and do that part. I'm just taking that green that I had mixed previously and just making a little swoosh across there. It's not even the same color green or even close to being the same color green as what is in the card, which is totally fine because it is the same color green that's in the flower. So at least it somewhat looks like it belongs there. I didn't get my color mixed the way it was supposed to be. So I think another good way to color these would just be to use the ink pads, like the pine ink pad. We could have just smushed it down, got some ink on the lid, dropped a little water in there and used that as a watercolor, and that would have actually matched the color a lot better. So we are going to go ahead and put our sentiments on the rectangle so it has a border around it. We'll go ahead and put our flowers into our cart. We're going to pop up the whole back of this. Now I do use quite a bit of foam tape on this. I did tell you guys that when I finished this card kit, there's 16 cards, right? So when I finished this card kit, I did use both rolls of my foam tape. The foam tape comes in a skinny roll, which I think is 1/4 inch, and a thicker roll, which I think is 1/2 inch. And I ended up using both of them completely on this entire card kit. So I probably did go a little overboard with the foam tape, and I'm not apologizing for that. I love it. Love the foam tape. Next, we're going to take this little, sorry, I had to get some water. Next, we're going to take this little piece right here that we stamped. Just going to go ahead and rip it. You can see I'm ripping it towards my body so that I get that white core showing. I am taking my left hand, smushing the paper pretty tightly, and using my right hand to pull it. And that's how I'm getting a little bit of a controlled tear right there. Here, I'm going to go ahead and season my stamp. This is just kind of like an arrow border stamp, I guess is what it would be called. See how it looks? That's really cute. I'm going to stamp that down there with pine. Now, like I said, that green is not anywhere close to being a light version of this pine color, not the way I did it anyways. But I'm okay with that. I think it looks really cute. I think it kind of, the way I have it colored up there, kind of makes it blend in with the flowers a little more, because the flowers are more pastel where the rest of my card is not. So we're going to go ahead and commit to the placement of this. And did you see where I did not put adhesive up toward the tops? And that's because I'm going to tuck this one down in the back of that. So you can see the one we just put down, that is on the dark side of the cardstock. This piece we're putting down right now is using the light side of the cardstock. So it looks like we have two different colors there, but really it's just that same piece of cardstock. One of them is the light side, one of them is the dark side. And then of course on the dark side we stamped on it as well. So here's our little wheelbarrow with the flowers in it. Super, super cute. We're going to go ahead and commit to the placement of this. Dang, now I'm choking on my water. Okay, so this is going to make like this little banner piece. We're going to go ahead and cut a dovetail in each end of this. We're going to cut up the center, and we're going to join the sides. Now, sometimes maybe you don't get it quite there. You get it a little too far, and you have to trim it up a little bit. That is what is going on right here. So, yeah, and it's fine. And we'll just do the other side as well. Now on the actual instructions, there are measurements of where exactly to place this. I just kind of eyeball it. I want to get it straightish. When I put it down first, it just does not look super straight because I can't use what I stamped, because I probably stamped crooked. So I can't use that to straighten it. So I am going to kind of straighten my card out a little bit and try and get it, use the lines on either side of the card and try and get it there. Here we're going to pop this one up as well. So when we sit that on top of it, it looks like there's just these two little banner pieces, one coming out of each side. I think that's really cute. I do like how that looks. All right, guys, I think after we do that, we're not doing anything else to this card. You can add sparkles or, you know, sequins or anything else you'd like. But yeah, that's it. Very simple, very easy, very fun. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you would like to support my channel, check the links down below. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys.